Let's get into this that you guys have been seeing me using in the live sessions. Let's talk about it real quick. Still loading data, so we're not going to get much, but we can probably try to load the rest of it. This is Bookmap. We do have a link for this and a code. I started using this a couple weeks ago, and let me explain it to you. And it has trading. What is trading? We wait for institutional flow. We wait for levels that we want to trade at, that we have major confluences at, right? Like FLB zones, end caps, nexus lines, um, whatever you're using. Okay. And when I combine it with this right here, you guys are seeing the trades. I'm posting the videos of the trades. You guys are seeing the results of what is going on with me using this in conjunction. And what is this? Well, all these lines over here, I'm still waiting for data to load. Hard to get previous data loaded up. These lines here, these are all where all the limit orders are sitting. And they group it up. So you have your DOM over here. So this is your book. This is session volume profile here, but this is your book. Here's point of control. Okay, finally data is loaded. Okay, so we're loading up, and it'll start feeding in the previous data over here. And it's got to download it. So yes, it's downloading up here. So this is telling me right here that this is a ton of limit orders that were sitting there, right there at that zone, right? And I can turn on candles if I want to. So we'll turn on candlestick bars here, right? And then I'll turn off some other things just to make it. That's not what I want. We'll turn off the volume dots. And I'll just show you. This is just a regular chart, right? So here you go. Here's candles. And we can zoom in and zoom out just like any other platform. But they've got super cool tools. Now, here's your heat map. And this is showing you that there's a ton of order. There still is 192 orders sitting right here at this level. See that? And then if we zoom in, as we're zooming in, we can start to see this is where all the levels were. This is where all the orders were. And here is a bull flag right here. So we pushes up, pulls down. We hit our support and we push up. Now, when you combine this with a an end cap or a projection of a dynamic moving zone or whatever, right? And you come into and you see all those orders sitting there. Well, I've been using those as finding my take profits, right? So if I'm, for example, if I'm bouncing off this rejection here and I'm thinking it's pushing up, well, we got a ton of orders sitting right here in this level right here, right? So what I've been doing is I'm just going to target that. And you know what? Most of the time they hit. So now what's super cool about this right here is the dots. Okay, let me explain the dots to you. These are volume dots. Okay. So the lines on this chart here are reflecting the limit and passive orders of the market, right? That's where all the passive buyers and sellers are. Aggressive sellers are who use market order entries like we do when we're scalping. And those are the ones that actually drive price to get to those limit orders. This is how the market, that's how the market moves. Price is seeking orders. So right here is 15 minutes of time from here to here, because it's what I've dragged it over to. You can come in and it'll be even longer. So here's 30 minutes, and then you can drag it out and it'll be 2 minutes. About 5 is what I like. It's what I've been using. And I'm having really good success with this. And what am I doing? So I'm putting this on the side of my chart, right? And you can change like all of this to see the chart, the way however you want it. Like there's all kinds of customizations. I like it looking kind of like this. And then you can change the size of the dots. So if you're like micro scalping, you can use them. But I kind of like to see the pressure building at the levels that we're trading at. So for example, where was so today, this right here. I actually, what time was this? I think it was this one right here. Or nope, it was over here. So and I posted the video of the actual trade. I'm pretty sure it was right here. So what did I do? Well, I looked um for price to come down and reject one of these zones here, right? And then as price was taking the high, I'm looking for this volume dot to be built, right? And to start to increase and get bigger and bigger. And what does that tell me? That tells me that buyers are stepping into the market as it's busting this high out right here, right? And there's a ton of orders sitting up there. There was a ton of orders. So I'm like, okay, they're pushing to break into these orders. Now, if you look, we come down, push up. This is giving me all the confluence I need. Plus, we're rejecting a zone, and all of these are lighting up green. Right now, I got them super big. But that's what it looks like if you want to look into like different areas of price. Like, what is the volume doing? And it buy. We're getting aggressive. And look at this right here. The price goes up and smacks right into it. I think it was targeted like 630, 730, 732, whatever. I ended up closing a little early. I had 10 contracts on it, and I trimmed 5 at halfway up there. And then I trailed my stop loss, and I got stopped. But still, it was a really good scalp. But it did come up and smack. Take profit up here, right? Let me turn on the candles on this so you can just at least see that. And then there you go. So as we're breaking the high, we're boom, boom, boom. But what was my confluence? Well, this was the top of Orb X, and this was a break and a retest. And how did I know it was going to break and retest Orb X? I saw all these orders just sitting here going, And when it came down here and it got a little red and it did not push through, I was like, yep, that's it. So I waited for the high to be taken. And I told myself, if I get a big green volume dot when this high starts to be taken, I'm entering the trade. And that's exactly what I did. So we do have a relationship with Bookmap now. I'm going to put the link in this with this video. And I'm going to be giving my take and lessons on how to use this thing. And I'm scalping, I'm killing it, like for real. You guys are seeing my numbers. You're seeing the videos I'm posting. This thing is this is giving me some really good influence when we hit an end cap or a rejection of a dynamic zone, and it's telling me, yes, this is the one you want to take. Now we hit end caps and dynamic zones all day long, right? And I would take those trades and I would lose them, and I just chalk it up as part of doing business. Combining it with this, the ones that don't give me the volume that I want when it's happening, I ignore them. I don't take them, and I'm losing less trades over it. And if you just look at this data as you're trading, and you go, okay, and you'll see this building, and it'll just get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and then it'll close like that, and you're like, yep, that's what I want. Click, and then you know where to put your stop loss. And guess what? The stop losses on these areas right here is always right underneath our FLB zones. So they all work. It works together, and it works in harmony, and it's perfect. And I will forever be using this when I trade. So, you have any questions? Let me know in the Discord.